Hi, my name is Jeremy, and this is the Elektron Digitone. This is the second video that I'm making, where I just make something from scratch on here and talk about the Digitone and why I like it and why you should like it too. In the last video, we did something that was all sort of based around arpeggios, and that was really fun, but it kind of felt like a little cheating. So this time I want to use other ways to create rhythm. Now, just as a caveat, I probably won't be getting into into drums in this quite so much, because I do plan on marrying this with a Digitact at some point and adding drums to what I make in here. So mostly we're going to be focusing on creating sounds and movement, and then I'm going to perform the patch and show you just how diverse this thing gets when you start using Control-All mode. So let's get started. I think I want to make this one a little bit slower. Last one was the default 120 BPM. Metronome on. There we go. Tempo. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So on this one, I'm going to start on track 4. Track 4 is going to be a bit of a percussive thing, because I want to create a little bit of that cool FM noisy stuff that it can do so well. And it's really fun when you start getting into Control-All with this kind of thing. So let's see. We are going to use the arpeggiator. I lied. Let's give ourselves all of our pages so that we have access to all 4 of our step zones. And let's go ahead and make sure we're on the right channel. Let's write this one in A, because I always write in C, and that's just dumb. So we're going to put a manual trig on our first page here, right here. We'll go into trig, and we'll set this to A4, and we'll check the length to 64. Cool. So let's start making something out of this. FM synthesis works with a carrier, which is our bass pitch here. And then we have these modulators. And when you add them to your carrier, you get frequency modulation. I kind of already like that, but it feels like it's cheating. First of all, I want this to be really low. One of the interesting things to take note here is that it is just pitches. That's what's doing this. It's the pitch of these modulators. And the algorithm, this thing here, determines how these relate to each other. So for instance, if I go and I turn these up in our Synth2 page, come on, how could you not like that? It's like the Daft Punk version of Pink Floyd's On the Run. Man, I kind of just want to do that. Let's do that. Let's go to our first LFO, and we will set this to, oh no, I don't want this to get too big yet. I'm so conflicted. Let's just follow through with what I originally meant to do. So we're going to go to Syn B level, say yes, and turn up the depth. Now, for some reason, this defaults to 256. That's so cool. Let's try this on a random wave. Now, you can hear it's out of sync, right? Let's change this to more of a sample and a hold mode. Now, that's B right there. Let's play with the algorithm a bit. Let's turn up our... And let's play with the algorithm. I have to decide whether or not I want bass in this. We do have a filter, but I kind of like this one the most. I like that. Let's go ahead and reset this and have, stop that, LFO 2, go to harmonics. Wonderful. Change this to 2. We're going to use more of that sample and hold thing going on. So, turns this to random. Yeah, that's super cool. Now we can adjust our amp envelope. Let's go into our ARP and make this more interesting. So we can adjust each step of the ARP here with all kinds of stuff. We can turn it off. We can also change its offset. And then, of course, effects. Let's go into our delay, high pass filter that a bit more, and turn on ping pong. So one of the things I love about FM is how this sounds right here. In a way, we have some subtractive synth stuff going on in that we have, filters and the like, and we can make basic wave shapes with the harmonic function here, but all those overtones are just so cool. The XY mixer here mixes between here and here, where B goes out to Y and A and C goes out to X. So even that sounds cool, right? Let's get this quantized. There we go. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and assign basically what will be a envelope to our harmonics. Let's give it some effects. I'm going to have the delay go to the reverb. All right, let's take LFO2. I love how that sounds. That's so cool. And let's make this go to, I think it's Syn A level. Cool. Can you hear that rhythmic thing we have going on now? Oh, that's cool. So that's just 2 sounds so far. Getting some Blade Runner vibes, right? All right, what should we do with our second track? Gotta listen and hear what's missing. It's a little off because of that thing we did with our pages and the rate, but it gives us a longer phrase, so let's see if we can make it sound okay with some delay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, let's make this cool. I want very plucky. Same thing with our work over here. Let's put this in the middle. We're going to go into LFO1 and assign it to the level. It doesn't have to be complicated. You just have to like find stuff that you like the sound of and then do stuff with it. There's no rules here, you know? There's no rules. The first thing that you like, you should do it. I think that's something that I try to tell everyone I talk to about music production. See if we can get like a burst of sort of bell-like quality at the top of this by bringing in this one. We're gonna have to take our B and turn it way up. There we go. I like that. Ooh, that sounds like Dirty Roads. That's cool. We have another LFO. What should we do with it? I'll leave that there. Ooh. That's kind of cool. Let's try a different algorithm, shall we? Okay, I like that sound quite a bit. I want to focus on it and just give it some more movement. Just a little bit more movement. So what we're going to do, instead of picking something, we're picking like what we're going to manipulate. First, we're going to set up the LFO. And then we'll choose what we want it to go to. That's already kind of cool. What do we do there? Ratio C? That's neat. Gives us kind of like a little perky down thing. Ooh. that's fucking cool. Holy shit, that's it right there. So we have... That's so fucking cool. So basically, because these harmonics are pitches, and they create overtones based on what their pitch is in relation to everything else. When you change their ratio or their actual like pitch, you create overtones. And one of the things that shares DNA with is distortion. Distortion and overdrive create overtones on things that aren't already there. So there's this crazy relationship here between changing the ratio with these envelopes that has a very sort of distortion effect, which is very cool. Okay, it's time to Control Alt. When you hold down the MIDI button, hold it down, and you start playing with this stuff, you will start to affect every parameter for all 4 of our voices at once, and things are going to get pretty wild. So always save your patterns, like function yes, and then time to play around. I'll show you what I mean. Listen to that fucking distortion just wanted to come out. Yes. I love this thing. I am so in love with the complexity of FM tones and the way that you can go all in with the Control Alt and just go crazy with stuff. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. There'll be more of these. I'm having too much fun not to. My name's Jeremy. This is Red Means Recording, and I hope you have a wonderful day. You're a good friend, Digitone.